You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I might have talked on this not too long ago. I can't really remember if I did or not, but anyways, I'm going to be talking on it again if I did, but if I didn't, then this would be my first time, of course, talking about it, but people that take video games too seriously. Like, overall, alright, so to pretty much, just paint a picture out for you guys. So, I post on YouTube. I have a gaming channel for those that are new to my podcast and stuff. You just browsing around a bunch of podcasts, came across my episode. So yeah, for those that don't know, I have a gaming YouTube channel. And on that channel, I do whatever. I go crazy with gaming content and stuff. Currently, right now, I'm doing both PC and Xbox Series X. Xbox, because there's, the Xbox Series X. It's not like it's a newer generation of consoles. It's really, at the end of the day, the Xbox One, just with better graphics. So you ain't missing out on anything with the Xbox Series X. But one thing that I do is that I will get caught up playing the video game. I will record a bunch of content for it. And my thing is okay, hear me out. If you're playing a game for a long amount of time, shouldn't you be rewarded some good stuff? And there's some games that understands that picture, but then there's other games, the Division 2, they don't really understand that picture. You gotta go above and beyond to just get some good stuff in that game. And it's crazy because you would think okay, they tell you gotta play this mission to get this light machine gun, right? So that was one of the things I was doing a lot when playing that game some time ago, was I was playing these two missions back to back, because they said that you have a higher percentage playing them missions than you do any other missions to get this light machine gun. There's this light machine gun in the game where it was you did not have to reload that shotgun for or not shotgun, but light machine gun for nothing. So you could just keep shooting. That thing just regenerates ammo. So in my opinion, that is the best weapon of all time. And that's all that I was trying to get. But I played those two missions back to back on the easiest difficulty all the way up to the hardest difficulty. And the one thing that was annoying me more than anything, more than just playing the game, was having people, while I was streaming or while I was posting videos about it, telling me, oh, you need to do this to the game, you need to do that, you need to... Bruh, I should just be able to play the game. Because my thing is this. On Destiny will have it where, they'll let you know, okay, when you complete this mission, you're getting this gun. Division 2, they're if you complete this mission, you complete this mission. If you don't get the gun that you were looking for, then play the mission again. I don't like that. I shouldn't have to play a mission numerous times just to get one weapon. My thing is and then that's why, I have to say, that's why the looting system in Destiny is so much better. In fact, I might actually download that game. Well, no, never mind, because I don't really know what to do in that game anymore. I might download it and play as a different, class or character in the game. But other than that, yeah, Division 2, that game is trash. That game is trash. If you're a fan of that game, oh well, I really do not care. So you can try to tell me, oh, you need to get a different build, or you need to play it on this difficulty. You need to... I don't care. The game is trash. You can tell me everything you want to tell me about that game. The game is trash. That's one thing that me and some supporters have been talking about on my stream, is how the older games from back in the day, companies need to start remastering some older games and having it where we can play that instead of these newer games. That's people my age, that's what we want to play. There's probably people even younger than me, when they hear about how fun games used to be back in the day, I'm telling you right now, one year, that's what they need to do. Like, first half of the year, release all the new video games. Second half of the year, release all the old video games from back in the day. Like, just get like a bunch of just big titles from back in the day that was really killing it, and remaster those games and come out with those games at the end of the year. Or switch it, you know, where it's like the old games beginning of the year, new games end of the year. But I'm telling y'all right now, I know for a fact that all old video games from back in the day would do far more better. That's why Rockstar Games, that's why they still have it where you could play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Because that is, and without doubt, the best Grand Theft Auto video game of all time. There is no game, okay, that is open world, free roam. Like, at the end of the day, best free roaming game, open world game, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That's hands down the best. Now, I know people will probably say some other games are better, you know, and all these other... San Andreas, hands down, or the best. The best. I know people would try to have that game compete with 5, and I'm like, bro, the fact that when 5 came out, or before 5 had came out, and they were saying that they're using the San Andreas map, that was people's all-time favorite map. Because Grand Theft Auto 3, Liberty City's that map, small. Vice City's map, fun, but small. San Andreas, OG San Andreas from like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, that map, probably one of the biggest maps in gaming history. Like, that's a map that still gets talked about till this day because of how big it was. And I'm like, that's the type of games that I like. I like games where it's like, bro, you can continuously play that stuff, no problem, you know? So my thing was when 5 came out, now, don't get me wrong, when 5 came out, it was fun. Multiplayer came out, probably one of the greatest multiplayer like modes of all time. But as the time progressed on, you guys got carried away. Got so carried away to the fact that people was asking for Red Dead Redemption 2. That game came out. Y'all still went back to Grand Theft Auto 5 thinking that people was really going to play that. And they wasn't. Like, that's the thing, though. They wasn't. People wasn't even messing with Grand Theft Auto. The only reason why I have to say people today still play Grand Theft Auto online is because these big YouTubers probably getting paid under the table or doing something. I don't know. But they're really the only ones that's playing them those games. And then there's probably like bigger YouTubers and stuff. There's probably some people where it's like, you know, well, I know they have like the whole role-playing thing. That's what it led down to. Where people are now like, you know what? They're not doing anything. Because I'm saying, if a role-playing video game, right? Let's say if there is tomorrow a role-playing video game were to come out where you can have the setup of whatever, you can have the, you know, whatever you want in that role-playing game, you know, but it's just people just overall role-playing. If there is a video game just strictly for role-playing to come out tomorrow, right, and it was up there with Grand Theft Auto 5 would be dead. To the point where they would have no choice but to focus on another Grand Theft Auto video game. Because it's like, look, we're tired of the heist missions. We're tired of all these other DLCs that you guys are adding. We want a new video game. Or we want one of the older video games. Like, my thing is, like, why is it so hard for you guys to remaster the older games? Like, my thing is like, EA games, NBA 2K, they can copy and paste them games every single year. You mean to tell me you can't remaster one of your greatest video games of all times? Like, come on, bro. Something don't seem right with that. Something does not seem right with that. That's why it was like everybody was, you don't even hear, because you don't really hear when nobody talks on when Tony Hawk, when he remastered those two, like, I think it was a Pro Skater 1 and 2? But you didn't hear nobody talk bad about that. People were talking good about that. That man remastered people's childhood. So Tony Hawk, right idea. I don't even know. Let's see for a second. Tony Hawk, Underground. Wait a minute. Remastered. Why is Portland, Oregon calling me? Decline. Because I don't know nobody out in Portland, Oregon. So no talks about it just yet. But Team One asked. Wait a minute. Team One asking. Oh wait. So this is a tweet from Tony Hawk back in 2018. Team One asking me to remaster old games or complain about THPS servers being down. Activision owns the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater license, but I am no longer working with them. If I had the skills or authority to reboot servers or code games for newer systems on my own, I would be happy to. Oh. So Activision, oh, so it's just Activision just being scummy. That's why he hasn't really came out with or remaster any of his old games. So yeah, we gotta blame Activision on that. Well, yeah, okay. So to talk on Activision, their only main focus, because to speak on them, because I feel like I really do go off on Ubisoft and EA Games and 2K. I go off on them a lot. Let's talk about Activision real quick, and let's talk about their leading game, because they're kind of following the same footsteps as Rockstar Games. But Activision, so for those that don't know too much about them, they came out with probably one of the greatest games. Not last year, 2020, but in 2019, they came out with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And I have to say, that was definitely at the time like one of the greatest, games to come out. But last year, they came out with Black Ops Cold War. No focus on that. No focus on that. Compared to Modern Warfare, they still focus. No. So, not even Modern Warfare. They focus more on Warzone, which was a feature that did come out with Modern Warfare. But eventually, they did make it into where it was its own game. And then, kind of just, left Modern Warfare in the dust. So at the end of the day, they're only focused on Warzone. Because that's the mode that they're all like, oh, everybody's playing that mode. They're not playing multiplayer, which people are doing. They're not playing zombies or survival or the campaign. And so they just have it where a team will focus on that stuff. But at the end of the day, because that's when Black Ops Cold War, when that game came out, and they said Warzone was going to be in that game. So I was under the impression where all I had to do was just have it where Black Ops Cold War was installed, and then I could play Warzone from that. Tell me why when I start up Warzone, right? When I go and click on the Warzone thing to play it, they have it where they switch me all the way back to Modern Warfare to start up Warzone. And I'm like, that's how you know that they're not focused on Black Ops Cold War. When another game, an older game, starts up, and it's not even no longer into the new game. So that's why I'm like, yeah, Activision. I'm like, you guys need to don't follow in the same footsteps as Rockstar Games. Because look at them. Literally every time when they come out with some new stuff, people are always asking, what about Grand Theft Auto 6? My thing is like, you guys released another game after Grand Theft Auto 5, which was Red Dead Redemption 2. Y'all don't even talk on that game. That's like the child that nobody really talks about. And I'm like, bruh, you guys did something good with that game. And for you to not focus on it, for you to not do anything with it, come on now. I'm like, you guys ain't came out with no DLC. Because one of my favorite DLCs from the first Red Dead Redemption was the zombie mode that they had in there. You guys didn't even do that. I'm saying, the top modes that was in the top things to do in Red Dead Redemption, the first one, y'all ain't even doing that in the second one. No, what you guys are doing, you guys don't even have something like that in Grand Theft Auto 5. So it's like, okay, if you ain't gonna have that in Red Dead Redemption 2, put it in the game that you're focused on. Do something, because what they're trying to do at the end of the day is just get more people to play their games. So they honestly, when Grand Theft Auto, when they came out with this last heist missions, they straight up tricked people, blowing it up, saying that they're coming out with this new map, this new area to play on. But at the end of the day, the only thing that you can do was do the missions there. You couldn't roam around and do all these how they got San Andreas and all that, or whatever they're. I think they still do call it San Andreas. But anyways, the map that you can drive around, free roam and all that, you can't do that on the new map. From what I've heard, maybe I heard incorrectly, but that's what I heard. So I'm like, bro, why would you do that to people? Why would you have it where it's you can't even play on that? And it's here it is. There's that one game. No Man's Sky, they forget maps, that you have whole planets, bruh. You going traveling a whole planet. So I'm like, bro, you guys, man, somebody ain't doing something right at Rockstar Games. And same with Activision, y'all ain't doing anything right, where it's all these old titles from back in the day that people would love to play, old generation and new gen. Because my thing is imagine if they were to come out with a Tony Hawk Online, where it's this big open world just skateboarding game, and you just going around like y'all are like going like having like skateboarding battles, like all these different. There's a video game idea right there for you guys, or a free roaming like Call of Duty type game where it's like forget having to go through a menu to do which missions. No, you're just free roaming, driving around. So like a open world Call of Duty game, that would be fun. I know people out there would love to play an open world Call of Duty game. I would love to play an open world Call of Duty game. Or have it where zombies is its own thing instead of having it where it's like, it's crazy how it's like they didn't even really focus on zombies this time around. They just slapped some things together and was like, all right. Even with this like new they got like a new zombies mode on there called Outbreak. It's pretty much like a Warzone settings. It's this big like map, but it's still like it's not, like I said, they just slapped some things together and it's not even really zombies and stuff. So because that's one, so just because it was just recently during a stream when I have to post that stream at some point in time, but on my gaming channel. But no, me and Priscilla from Four Souls, good friends of mine, second family, but we were just recently playing zombies, and it wasn't really all that. Like I played there and was just all like, I'm not getting the same vibe that I was getting when I was playing like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 4 zombies with her. So I was like, man, I don't know what you guys is overall doing in this one, but it's like, bro, like there's just companies out there and it's like EA Games. How about you guys, instead of releasing a game yearly, how about you guys release a game every time when a new console is coming out? Same with 2K, but release a game, right? One time. When the new consoles come out, that's when you guys release a newer version for those consoles. So just come out with like EA Madden or EA FIFA or EA NHL. But you focus on that game and you focus on the issues with that game. You focus on the problems with that game. Same with 2K. Where it's like, okay, you guys just focus just strictly on whatever new things you can add, what things you can fix, all of that. But with those sport games, they're casino games. They're not really people, you ain't really, they're just more so, I feel like it's just for the pack openings or just buying points. But it's like, if they're saying pretty much, and that's just, man, that's just so scummy. But it's like, with the sport games, the only way to get you a complete video game is if you give them more money on top of the money that you're already spending for the game. So NBA 2K next gen for the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5. So you're spending $70+ because it's $69.99 plus tax. So you're spending $70+ then you're having to spend an additional like what, maybe $100 for your character to be good, and then additional, I really don't know how much it would cost like to add that all up to see what good players you would get for your ultimate team or my team, but you're spending additional money on that, and you're doing that every single year when a new game comes out. So my thing is like, why is it set up like that? Why is it that you guys can't just have it where it's like a person can just play your game, rather than, oh, I gotta buy all these different things to, like that's not fun. That's not fun at all. That's honestly, that's a scam, if anything. So I'm like, bro, man. And then already know you're gonna have those fans where it's all like, well, if you just did, no, I shouldn't have to do no extra stuff. I should just be able to turn that game on, play it, and have fun. If I turn that game on and before me even turning it on, I'm already stressed out, that just shows that game is trash. Like, it is a trash game. So that's like, and then, for the whole reason why I'm even doing this episode was because of The Division. That game, I'm like, hey, yo, you need to have it where it's like, if you said that this is the mission that I need to play to get this weapon, have it. My thing is like, all right, have it where it's like the hardest difficulty, right? And you're guaranteed to get that weapon. But if I play it on the hardest difficulty, and then, man, I'm telling you, it was so annoying where it's like people, I'll be playing that game, there would be people who would join my stream, talk about, oh, well, you gotta do it like, no, I did it like this one time. I played this mission on the hardest difficulty one time. I went through all this trouble, then died 100 times, then got shot at from literally every corner. I ain't made it all the way to the ending of this mission just to get me a purple or a weapon that I already have? Nah, the looting system in that game is broken. I don't care what I'm doing. The game itself is broken. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not hearing that. But yeah, you'll have it where you'll have those people. It's like they want to come out of nowhere and just start defending the game like it's the all-time greatest game. And I'm like, no, it's not. The game is trash. That's why it ain't got no good ratings on social media. Let's just look up the ratings real quick for the Division 2. 6 out of, wait a minute. 90% like this game, yeah. How many people didn't like this game? Let's see, let's hear about that. Okay, they don't even really focus on this game. They're focused on Rainbow Six Siege, and it's like, bruh, the Division 2 came out afterwards. Like, man, people, stop focusing on a game that came out. Oh, well, so this game actually received good ratings from IGN, Metacritic, and, okay, you know what? You know, I know where to find the real ratings at, or reviews. Go to the Xbox website, which is, you can't even go to the Xbox website. Well, I know on Xbox they give this game, I think it's like 2 or 3 stars. So I'm like, you know, a game is good when it got 5 stars, but when it has 2, 3 stars or something, then that's not a good game. It's an alright game. It's okay, like not decent, but like the word before decent. And it's like, but you know, decent kind of brings it to like a 3.5, borderline 4 before that. So it's like, it's alright, it's okay, you know, something I wouldn't want to spend no more money for and stuff, but it's alright. I guess I can understand the concept for it and things, but it's, you know, it's not the greatest game I've ever played. So, but anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe. However it's set up, it is very, very helpful. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 32 YouTube channels. That is also helpful. Make sure you also follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you like my page on Facebook at TMossBoss fan page. Also helpful. And to help you guys out, I got a couple of promo codes I would like for y'all to check out. One for SeatGeek and the other one for Rogue Energy. SeatGeek is a place where you just, you know, buy tickets to like concert shows and all that stuff. So if you're in the, you know, fully vaccinated, you're wanting to go out, get you, you know, go back to, you know, going to some concerts or to some wrestling shows, whatever they're selling on there, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss and it will knock $20 off your first purchase. Also for Rogue Energy, there's a crap ton of gaming gear that they have up on there, from powdered drinks, some shakers, a bunch of stuff on that website. So go check them out. Make sure you also use my promo code on that website, TMossBoss, and it will knock, it'll give you your stuff at a discounted price and things. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. It's been another episode of the TMossBoss Show. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and peace.